Hello and welcome to another episode of Armored Warfare with your host, Czar Peppers. Today we're going to be taking a look at our Christmas gift for this year, the Type 59, a tank that served in the People's Liberation Army in China. I played this game the other day and it was a pretty close one. It was good, so I thought I'd show it to you guys. The Type 59 was the Chinese-produced version of the Soviet T-54 main battle tank, going into service with the People's Liberation Army in 1959. Over 10,000 were produced by the time production ceased in 1980. Every one of you who plays Armored Warfare should have received this tank as a Christmas present, and unlike many of the gift tanks, that I'm actually quite impressed with this one. Nothing amazing, but not bad. The variant in-game has the 100mm gun firing AP Heat and HE rounds, the Heat rounds with 176mm of penetration, and the AP rounds with 223 with a velocity of 1200 meters per second. Alright, looks like we've got our first encounter here. Hello. Easily bouncing the shots from this thing, and as we reload we can, there we go, target down. Compared to the T-54, it has slightly better damage per minute and slightly better armor. The turret in particular has an added 35mm of armor, and the hull also has a slight improvement, but not as much as the turret. However, compared to the T-62, which is in the same tier as the Type 59, the T-62 comes out on top in armor and firepower. Now I thought I would head up through the village, being careful not to get myself surrounded. Hello, we've got some people down here. Friendlies. Seems like quite a few of them are coming around through the town, so we gotta be really careful that we don't get flanked. But right now I'm going to see if I can take out this PT-76. But it looks like we have another friend here who, unfortunately, we have the heat round which will not penetrate. Switching to AP in case we get another chance to shoot at that T-54.
Identify target. Hostile tank.
That's not going to work out. Now we have a lot of people coming down this street. Got to be careful here. Let's see if we can... Fortunately, that shot bounced. At this point, a tactical retreat is certainly in order, but we can try and get another shot off. Some damage. Now let's get out of here. I want to regroup with my teammates so we can have that combined firepower to take on that group of enemy tanks.
Identify. Hostile tank.
I think taking another hit. Hopefully we can get a shot. 200 some damage, not bad. But we'll continue backing out. Being good at reversing in this game is a very important thing that you need to get the hang of, because all your good armor is at the front. So if you're trying to get out of a sticky situation and you know that you have enemies coming behind you, even though you're going to be going slower in reverse, reversing is probably the safe way to go. Thankfully, this thing is pretty good at reversing. Now, we've taken quite a few hits in this round, so we have to start being pretty careful. Unfortunately, that fence was in the way for that heat round. Things don't seem to be going well right now, but just give it a minute. So we're going to back out here. This tank was a result of the Sino-Soviet Treaty of Friendship. Under it, the Soviets would become allies and provide assistance to the newly formed communist regime. Well, I would argue whether or not they were actually communists, but that's a conversation for another time and channel. The Soviets assisted the People's Republic in China in manufacturing a variant of the T-54A. In the beginning, they were assembled using Soviet components, but eventually they would be replaced with components made in China, as absolutely everything in the world would be soon enough. Now I'm trying to get back to my group of teammates. It seems like most of the enemy team is hanging out in the city. Just missed that shot. But now it's time to turn around so we can get to my group of buddies quickly, but I have to remember that Leopard is coming down that way, so eventually he's going to come up from behind us. We gotta keep that in mind. So I had quite a fun time playing with this tank. It's nothing amazing as most of the Christmas gift tanks are, but it is pretty useful and quite enjoyable to play with. Now we're coming up behind my buddies, and we help this guy do some damage to this T-54 over here. Decent hit, decent damage with the armor-piercing rounds.
They're mobilized.
No damage, but we managed to track him. But now it's been a while, I have to turn my attention to our rear. Because I know that Leopard's probably the Leopards are pretty quick, and there he is, there they are. I'm at pretty low health, can't take too many more shots. Managed to do a bit of damage there, bounced that shot. Now they're aggressively pushing up here. Hopefully my teammates are paying attention to behind them. Get another decent shot in there. Do some damage. Wonder if I can peek around to get another shot. This is pretty risky. Probably gonna, there we go, take another shot. Now we can't take any more hits like that, otherwise we're dead. So my team is engaging them right now, so what we're gonna do is see if we can head around and hit them from the rear while they're distracted by my teammates. Now there's two tanks there. I'm not sure where the third one is, so gotta be on the lookout for that guy. But the only way we're gonna be able to do this is if I get around and manage to get some shots in their rear. Thankfully this is a pretty quick tank. I think this one's sort of classified more as a medium tank, because it is pretty quick, small. Small compared to some of the other Soviet designs. There we go, we got some good shots at the rear. Managed to immobilize him, now we can take another shot in his butt. Kablam. Good damage with the heat round. He's backing up. Alright, now my teammates are going to rush him. I got to shift my attention to where that third tank is. 3 against 2 now. They're rushing the T-54. I think it was a T-54. The quality of the video in this editor is pretty crap. It's hard to see the titles. So now we're going to push up. So it sounds like the last enemy on the team was AFK for most of the match, but he has come back now and is heading in. So the enemy, some guy, a dead guy on the enemy team, told us that he's at spawn, so we're heading over to the spawn. Got 2 of us left, me and this T-54. And we're likely to run into him very shortly. There we go. Get some great shots into his rear. He turns towards us front-wise, angling himself, so that shot bounced. But now we have a good shot. Good penetration with the armor-piercing round. Another AP round. We could be using heat right now, but whatever. AP will do the trick. So yeah, this turned out to be a pretty good game. Close, could have gone either way very easily, and I was quite fond of my tactical decision of going around and trying to get them from behind. Top at the ranking? I don't really get that very much. I'm not amazing at this game, and I really don't claim to be, but I try and teach you what I can and what I know, and I do encourage anyone to comment any suggestions or mistakes that I may have made in the making of the video. But yeah, I plan on trying to do some more World of Tanks Evolution of Noob episodes in the future, because I haven't done one of those in a while. So, until next time, have a good one.